We are Islamic Republic, Part 16. Why were the British eager to trade in India? India was a source of several products that were much sought after by wealthy people in Europe. Trade in spices from southern India, cotton goods and yarn from Gujarat, yarn and sugar from Madras, Chennai, and skills and potassium from Bengal made good profits for East India Company. Cotton yarn and cloth were particularly in demand as cotton clothing was much more comfortable than the woolen clothes that most English people wore. The rapid growth and prosperity of the company was impressive. By 1620, the companies operated nearly 40 ships out of docks on Thames at London. They became skilled in dealing with the Indian rulers and merchants. In time, their skill and their knowledge of Indian condition and culture helped the British to gain political control. However, many employees of the company did not enjoy working in India. However, many employees didn't enjoy working in India. Englishmen did not like the climate or the illnesses that so many of them seemed to go down with. Dysentery was a frequent misery for many of them. What effect did the British have on the peoples of India? To start with, the Mughals had no problems dealing with the British. Here was an opportunity to trade and profit from Europeans. There was no reason at first to think that the British had any other desire than simply to trade. Even later, as British control extended, many local rulers were able to profit from their deals with the British, not one including the British. The 17th and the early 18th century had any idea that the Indian subcontinent would become a major part of the Great British Empire. Indians were often too concerned about differences they had with each other to worry about the possible motives of outsiders. They had so many troubles among themselves, and there was nothing really there to worry about the outsiders. Why was the East India Company set up? Who were the sepoys? What impact did the British had for India? What attracted the British to India? How did Robert Clive lay the foundation for British rule in India? The East India Company did not recognize the contribution that their employee Robert Clive made to their power and profits. In the 1750s, the company began to fortify their important post at Calcutta. This went against an agreement that they had with the Nawab of Bengal, Sirajuddin Daulah. An angry Siraj marched on Calcutta and seized the company's Fort William. It was in June 1756, at the peak of summer, that the tragedy of Black Hole took place, when captured British residents were locked up in a small room, and by morning 23 of the 64 captives were found dead. This was used to whip up anger against Siraj, Later, this event exaggerated by some British historians, the Black Hole tragedy.